The radio crackled to life as Takashi's formation approached the American fleet. It was April 6, 1945, and through the morning haze, he could see the dark shapes of enemy vessels dotting the Pacific like insects on blue silk. His hands gripped the control stick, slick with sweat despite the cold at altitude. "Divine Wind Squadron, this is command." The voice was calm, almost paternal. "You are now within range of the enemy fleet. Remember your training. Remember your purpose. Each of you carries the spirit of Japan in your heart and the hope of victory beneath your wings." Takashi's breath came in short gasps. The 250-kilogram bomb attached to his Zero felt like it weighed 1,000 tons. He looked left and right at his fellow pilots, faces he'd come to know during training, now hidden behind goggles and oxygen masks. How many of them were as terrified as he was? How many believed the words crackling through their headsets? "You are not alone," the voice continued. "Your ancestors fly beside you. The spirits of the samurai guide your hands. In moments, you will join them in eternal glory. Your names will be written in gold in the halls of Yasukuni Shrine. Your families will be honored for generations." The commander's voice took on a more practical tone. "Target priority. Aircraft carriers first. They are the largest vessels, with flat decks. Aim for the elevators, the rectangular openings on the flight deck. Battleships second. Aim for the superstructure, the tower in the center. If no capital ships are available, any vessel will serve the Empire." Takashi scanned the fleet below. He could make out a massive carrier, its deck crawling with tiny figures, American sailors who had no idea what was coming. Anti-aircraft fire began to pepper the sky, black puffs of smoke appearing like deadly flowers. One of the Zeros to his right suddenly exploded in a ball of orange flame. The pilot hadn't even reached his target. "Do not waver," the voice commanded. "Every second of hesitation gives the enemy time to shoot you down. You must achieve your mission. Speed and determination are your only weapons now." Takashi pushed the stick forward slightly, beginning his descent. His heart hammered, so violently he thought it might burst through his chest. The altimeter needle spun counterclockwise. 8,000 meters, 7,000, 6,000. The carrier grew larger with each passing second. "Remember," the radio voice said, softer now, almost gentle. "Pain is temporary. Fear is an illusion. In the moment of impact, you will feel nothing. There will be a flash of light, and then you will awaken in paradise, honored and whole." Takashi wondered if that was true. Would there really be paradise? Or just darkness? Or perhaps something else entirely that no one had prepared him for? His theology instructor had been so certain, but theology instructors never had to test their theories personally. "Think of your mother," the voice continued, as if reading his thoughts. "She raised you for this moment. Think of your emperor, who depends on your courage. Think of your brothers in arms, who have already made the sacrifice. You do not die alone. You die in the greatest company Japan has ever assembled." The anti-aircraft fire intensified. Tracer rounds streaked past his canopy in lines of deadly light. Takashi could hear metal pinging against his fuselage. His Zero shuddered but held together. Below, the carrier's deck was now clearly visible. Planes lined up, sailors running, guns swiveling toward him. "Begin your final approach." The commander's voice had taken on an almost ritualistic quality. "Recite the pledge with me. I am a son of Yamato. I fear no death. I embrace my destiny. May my sacrifice bring victory. May my death bring honor. May my spirit live eternal." Takashi's lips moved, forming the words he'd memorized, but no sound came out. His throat was too tight. His entire body felt frozen except for his hands on the controls, which seemed to be operating independently of his will. Was this what they meant by becoming one with the aircraft? Or was he simply too terrified to think? "Increase your speed to maximum," the voice instructed. "The faster you go, the more damage you inflict. The faster you go, the less they can track you. Maximum speed, maximum impact, maximum glory." Takashi pushed the throttle to its limit. The Zero's engine screamed in response. The vibration threatened to shake his teeth loose. He was at 3,000 meters now, diving at a steep angle. The carrier filled his entire field of vision. He could see individual faces on the deck, tiny mouths open in what must have been screams. 2,000 meters. The voice counted down dispassionately. Remember your angle, 45 degrees. Too steep and you'll miss. Too shallow and they'll shoot you down. Perfect form, even in death. This is your art. This is your masterpiece. Takashi adjusted his angle minutely. His training took over, muscle memory guiding him. All those practice dives over fishing boats, all those hours in wooden simulators. They had been preparing him for this exact moment. His instructors had been thorough. He would not miss. 1,000 meters. You are doing perfectly. Japan watches you. History watches you. The gods watch you. Do not fail them. But Takashi wasn't thinking about Japan, or history, or gods. He was thinking about a summer day when he was 7, running through rice fields with Kenji, both of them laughing until their sides hurt. He was thinking about his mother's hands, rough from work, but gentle when they brushed his hair from his forehead. He was thinking about a girl named Yuki he'd liked in school, who'd smiled at him once and made his heart stop. All of that was about to end. In seconds. In the time it took to blink. 500 meters. This is your moment, Takashi Yamada. This is why you were born. Every breath you've taken, every step you've walked, has led to this point. You are no longer just a man. You are a force of nature. You are the divine wind itself. The carrier's deck was so close now he could read the letters painted on it. He could see sailors diving for cover, could see the gun crews frantically trying to aim at him. Some of them looked so young. Were they 19 too? Did they have mothers waiting for them? Brothers who looked up to them? 300 meters. Hold steady. Do not close your eyes. Face your destiny with honor. But Takashi did close his eyes, just for a moment. In that darkness, he felt a strange peace wash over him. Maybe this was what the priests had talked about. Maybe this was acceptance. Or maybe it was just exhaustion. The final surrender of a mind that could no longer process its own imminent annihilation. When he opened his eyes again, the deck filled his windscreen completely. He could see the grain of the wood, could see the shadows of men running. 200 meters. 100. 50. The radio cut off. Or perhaps Takashi just stopped hearing it. There was only the roar of his engine, the rushing of wind, the pounding of his heart. Time seemed to stretch and compress simultaneously. Each second felt like an hour, and yet everything was happening too fast. His last thought wasn't about honor or empire or duty. It was simpler than that, more human. He thought, I wish I could have said goodbye properly. And then there was light, brilliant, all-consuming, white light that erased everything. The carrier, the ocean, the sky, his fear, his regrets, his memories. All of it dissolved into that pure, terrible brightness. For a fraction of a second, Takashi Yamada ceased to exist as a physical being and became pure energy, pure force, pure destruction. On the carrier deck, the explosion tore a massive hole through the steel plating. Flames erupted in a mushroom cloud. Sailors were thrown into the sea. Alarms blared. Damage control teams rushed forward. And in Japan, in a small house in Hiroshima, Takashi's mother paused while hanging laundry and felt a sudden, inexplicable chill, as if something precious had been torn from the world.